And what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel, bringing you just another video. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to have a very quick sip of my coffee. The arm set I'm currently wearing is the one I will be covering today. Now, I am convinced I've done this arm set in the past. It's from year 2. It's a new Monarchy. Is it Kallipolis? What's it called? Kallipolis set? Yeah. Kallipolis crown, the Kallipolis set. Now, there are two versions of this. There's the Spectre Kallipolis set and this version. Now, the Spectre one is the one that came out in the second half of year 2. Now, if you remember, all factions and Vanguard get pretty much 2 updates, main updates per year for their entire weapons and armour. So this is the first version. The Spectre, I did have it. Now, there's still fur on the collar. It's a slightly different shade of white and a slightly different design on the arms. The chest plate's totally different, the helmet's slightly different, and the legs are different. But what we're going to do, we're going to go down to New Monarchy, just to see if we can actually... Now, you can't normally access the chroma packages unless you're upgrading, so I won't be able to do that. But just so you guys know, this is a year 2 item. Now, I kept this, because I love this armour, and I finally upgraded it to 400 from 335. But the Spectre version, which is very, very similar, is how you get the year 2 Spectre versions of all this armour is basically when you upgrade using, you know, materials, or you just use reputation. When you upgrade your new Monarchy slot here, this is when you finally can access weapons, armour, or chroma. Now, chroma is how you get basically the year 2 stuff, and the latter half of year 2. So you don't get this version of the armour, you get the Spectre version of this armour, which is very, very similar. I prefer this one. The chest plate design is very different. The helmet's a similar shape, different icons. The arms are very similar, different designs, different colour, like red and white just change locations. The design's very, very different. But there's still fur on the collar and arms. And I did have the full Spectre set, but I deleted it for space, because I thought, well, I've got one set. But now I can get them back. And I've been doing this for all characters, for all factions. I've got the full Dead Orbit set for this guy. I've got everything apart from the helmet for the Spectre version of the Dead Orbit set. I've got the Hunter Future War Cult set, and now I'm very close to getting the Spectre version of Year 2 Future War Cult set. Now, the Year 3 stuff, I admit, I don't like the Year 3 armour at all. The checkered picnic table square design, I thought there's a chance it could be cool, but honestly I just don't think it looks very good. Now, maybe that's just me being silly, I don't know, but personally, compared to what I'm wearing, I think this stuff doesn't look anywhere near as good, these big square arms, compared to like a fur coat. Now, I still think they should bring back exotic cloaks or pieces of armour that for the Titan that have long cloaks on. Lord Saladin looks cool as fuck with cloaks on. I think they should bring out 3 or 4 Titans in Destiny 2 with cloaks, and a couple of Warlocks with cloaks. I just think it'd be nice to see these guys with a long cloak on, no hood, but a cloak coming from. Can you imagine a cloak coming from the collar, the big fur hood, and then like a long cloak down the back? It'd look awesome, man. It'd look awesome. But anyway, let's get into the close-ups, guys. As we normally do, we'll do it on generic as is, and then we'll apply some colour. But here we are. I really should be wearing full New Monarchy weapons if I've got them. I don't have anything heavy, but there you go. That's 2 out of 3, not bad. We're going to put a New Monarchy. So we've got the High Command Mark, which is the newest one. So we'll put the... So that's the Spectre Purpose Mark. It's slightly different to the normal version. I don't think I have the normal version anymore. I think I got rid of it for space. And there's the most recent version. That looks pretty damn cool. But anyway, here we are, guys. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the full Kallipolis set. Now, again, this is from year 2. There is a slight variation of this in design and colour change. Enough so it looks different enough. So it's like the chest plate is totally different. It's like a totally different shape, and there's no big icon on it. There's a tiny little icon like this on the helmet on one of the upper left side of the chest plate, I do believe. But this is what you get from year 2. You can get the Spectre. If you didn't keep these, you can't get them anymore. But if you want the Spectre version of this, which came out in the second half of year 2, you can get that by upgrading factions and selecting the chroma element. Now, luckily, there's only 4 pieces of armour, and you're guaranteed one of them. So if you're lucky enough, you could get all 4 pieces in 4 goes. I'm still trying to get like the boots from a hunter for the Spectre Future War Call, or the chest plate. No, I need the no, I need the helmet. I need the helmet. I've got everything but the helmet. I've had the arms 3 times in a row, so it's a bit annoying. But this is a lovely piece of armour. It looks great with different shades on. Looks good in its generic. It also looks good with the Suros minimalist shader is a same red and white, but more vivid, and it looks sharper. It looks really good, like the reds on the Suros weapons. It looks a lot like those. It looks great. So anyway, this is what we're going to be looking at in close detail, guys. But you get the general picture. It looks badass. I've got the Future War Cult version of this armour, and I've almost got the Spectre full set for the Titan as well for the Future War Cult. So, I mean, there's a Spectre. You remember this, the Infinite Alliance helm. The Spectre version still got the Iron Man look, but slightly different. Don't have the arms yet. I've got the chest plate, very different to that chest plate, for example. But anyway, let's have a look at this bad boy. So, the Kallipolis crown, discipline and strength based. We have hands-on, gain bonus super energy from melee kills, and we've got heavy lifting. So yeah, always gain bonus energy from heavy kills because you do that a shitload. You get more heavy kills than you do melee kills, I think. Gain bonus energy on all pickup. A lot of helmets are about that, so that's pretty cool. Actually, we're going to go back and we're just going to take off that shit. Look at my badass Titan. I love the helmet designs. You've got this slot there, which really is nothing to do with vision, but can you imagine how cool it is wearing being in this world and wearing a full armor suit and a mask like that, but it's like totally solid out. But I bet you it'd be awesome if their views were like in Destiny 2, if you could put on your helmet and you saw, like, you put it on, it's totally dark until it activates, and then it's like a full digital visual representation of the world, like photorealistic, but it's got like readouts on scans, body, all that, body temperature, health and shielding and all that stuff. That'd be awesome. But it's very, very cool. I love the little radio transceiver type thing. But I always think about the very first mission on the Rise of Iron, where you're going up the mountain on your own. Imagine that long, cold mountain, and you're on your own, isolated. You've got this massive piece of armor on. Like how warm you might be. You've got that cloth, that white cloth there. You've got this big fur collar and arm piece. Like you're on your own in that blizzard in the snow, but you're totally encompassed in this like shield of armor and energy shields. Oh, it just makes me feel so safe. I don't know. I've said it before, guys. I've got a weird thing about feeling safe. Like when it rains, I love the rain. I don't like the sun. I love the rain. I love grey clouds. I just love it when it's raining. And often I'll put on like a t-shirt, and then I'll put on like a hoodie, or a very thick hoodie with like a fur lining, like almost a jacket hybrid, and then a scarf, and I'll go out with it all undone, and then I'll like zip it up and put the scarf more around and put the hood up and umbrella, and I just love to feel security and safe. It's a very weird, it gives me comfort. It's very hard to explain, but feeling totally protected in those environments makes me feel safe beyond relief, and it's very hard to explain, guys. Sounds weird, I know. But anyway, here we are. So we're going to the arms. Now, I've never been a big fan of arms that have sidearm loader, but I often use sidearms in Crucible, so this is great, especially when I'm doing like bounties at the moment, which have got sidearm kills in them. But we've got discipline and strength, we've got increased grenade throw distance, always a good one, bonus grenade energy on melee hits, and of course a sidearm loader. But again, imagine being engrossed in this armor. Oh, it'd be terrible if you got a hit, an itch. It's like, oh, but like still, it's very cool. Big fur. You probably don't notice the big fur collar behind you because you're fully engrossed in it anyway. But you know, you took it away, you might feel a bit of a cold draft, even though you're totally covered up anyway. I always think that this handle on the back is some type of armor release, maybe. Like you pull that down and the entire thing like opens up like mechanically or digitally or whatever, and maybe like it's a thing to hold your weapons on, clip your weapons onto your back. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, but it looks like it's some sort of lever that you pull down. Maybe it opens. Maybe all these armor pieces, it's so heavy, they have power sources, and maybe you pull that down, it opens this back pouch here, this back square rectangular pouch, and there's an energy source inside. But I do like, I mean, they've done some great detail in here. You look at it and you see the scuffs where the paint's chipped away. On the bottom of the arm there, you see the white coming through. Then you see speckles of white coming through from the undercoat, plus scratches are dark, so that's dirt or metal that's scuffed against it. But I do love the fact that this armour is degraded. Look at the texture on the leather there, guys. There's some things you just don't notice, do you, unless you look. Reflections, that leather detail, look at it on the white part there, it's phenomenal. What I'd like to see in Destiny 2, which I know is not going to happen, but you get the armour piece and it's brand spanking new when you first get it, and it can degrade, not in quality, but in like its appearance. So you can wear it out, more battles you go in, more damage you take, and like parts of it, the paint chip away, or you know, even you could start getting like bits missing, chunked out armour piece from the front or the arm, or a chip missing, and then you have a chance to repair it and shine it all up. A bit like Gran Turismo 2, you used to take your car into car wash, you used to spin it and shine it. Oh, awesome. The chest piece. Most Titan armour pieces have like some sort of neck scarf. Well, it's a brilliant piece, this. I love it. So we've got intellect and strength. Oh, this is no discipline on this. Pulse rifle ammo and shotgun ammo. And void recovery, splash damage after 5 seconds. Or if you're using a void based armour, you're going to get increased armour. So always, if you're playing with this particular class, you might want a particular armour set because you like the look of it. I know I mainly go for look, but I've got so many good looking pieces of armour that I combine look with functionality. So if I'm using a void class, I will try and wear armour in PvP or in PvE that gives me a void boost, because that armour increase is noticeable, especially in PvP. You'd be surprised. But anyway, so we're going quick look. I like the collar piece, how the furs attached to these big metal pieces and like a framework slides in, and the armour's clipped onto those shoulder straps. I think it's brilliant, guys. I really do. One thing I like about Destiny is the weapons and armour a lot, and I like the fact that you can go in and look at them like this. So legs here, again, the full new Monarchy logo strapped throughout the entire armour in big pieces of red and white. I think that's really, really great. Paint chips are still there, degradation of quality chipping on the paint, showing the white undercoat, darker scratches to show that you've scuffed against something that's rubbed onto your armour. Look at the bottom left leg, or the white shin. It's like really dirty. You know, that makes sense that all down there would be dirtier than everywhere else. But let's have a quick look. So we've got intellect and strength again. This is a full non-disciplined version of the armour, guys, which is a bit sad because, you know, it'd be great in PvP for melees, but your grenade's going to suck. Rocket launcher and fusion rifle ammo and arc double down. So this is handy for me because I do tend to use the Titan Slam more than anything else, which is weird because you think you get more kills from the hammers, but I tell you what, whenever I use hammers, I either don't see anyone or I get one kill and get killed at the same time. It is unbelievable how quick I die. It's insane. So there we have it, guys. We're going to quickly go through some shaders because, you know, it's always awesome making these armor pieces look even better. So we've got the Valor's Guard. You know, I like this piece. It looks great on many armor pieces, and even there, it still looks really good. You can see the scuff marks though, can't you, of the helmet coming through. Look at that. I mean, I think that's part of the shader, to be honest. But like, it's all scuffed and dirty, and that's brilliant. And I like the fact that it shows up more on the black. And look at it here on the chest plate. I think each paint job's got its own particular scuff markings. I guess there's built-in issues with the armour that the scuff design will be on the armour itself, but each paint cover also has its own qualities, which is really interesting because it's really good as well. Because think about it, you apply a totally different colour, yeah, it's not going to be the same, is it? So we've got the Nefertiti AK, Nefertita. I don't know, man. Some weird names. So this is a new Monarchy brand. It's a slight off-white or a dirty white or grey, whatever you want to call it. There's actually another new Monarchy that's very grey compared to this. that looks okay. Not the best. I've only got it because I'm finishing a quest challenge to get the exotic, which I never got around to doing. The exotic Titan Mark. When I need to wear a shader in PvP to win some more games. So this Serious Minimalist, this really works for New Monarchy because the colours are the same, but look how clean and bright it is. Like really vivid, standout colours, which I think look brilliant. Really, really good. We've got the Halo, dark black and orange. Not a fan on this armour piece, just because I'm very surprised what's been shaded out as like a scuffy black. I thought the logos would be orange, to be honest. I honestly thought like the chest plate logo and this legs here would be orange. Obviously I'm totally wrong, but look how dirty the helmet is and things. It's fantastic. It really shows up on the dark colours. We've got a bit of steel. The Dead Orbit stuff works very well on New Monarchy. I think it's the monochromic colours versus almost a monochromic design. That don't quite make sense, but you know it works very well for a single tone, two-tone design. This is one of my favourite shaders at the moment. It works on a lot of stuff, including Future Occult and New Monarchy. It might even work on Dead Orbit designs, but the orange and white I think is brilliant. Absolutely love it. One of my favourite shaders that I picked up in the last 3 months, and I only started using it maybe a month ago, and it's fantastic. And that one's called Bright Laurel. I think that's from, I think you can buy these, or you get these from where you can rebuy your Chroma armour and the Triumph armour if you never got that. Luckily I got all mine before from packages, but you can actually buy it with silver now. So we've got the Debt Unpaid. You probably know this one. It's a dark red and a dark grey. Looks particularly good. Looks better on other armour sets, but it still works on this, I think. Yeah, nice. Look at the leg there. Has anyone noticed that? Does that look like some sort of demon beast on the leg? Do you think that's been designed on purpose, or is that just... Look, you've got two eyes. You've got like what could be considered eyebrows or horns or some sort of head, forehead type shape. And you've got like a mouth. Look at that. Can you see that? That left top leg there. The circle's over it right now. Look at that. Does that not look like a demon to you? What's going on? That's awesome. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? I think that's not random. There's no way. I think someone's had a bit of fun with that. That is definitely a face, isn't it? Nose, mouth, eyes, horns, eyebrow, or whatever head shape. Almost like a beard look. Like one of those douchebag beards. That's brilliant. No, I've never noticed that before. I don't really wear that shader on this armor set that much, to be honest. That's probably why. Now, burnt marshmallow. I'm not sure how this looks on this, because sometimes there's a yeah, I do like it. I just don't like the yellow. That sometimes there's pieces that show up yellow. And I don't know why, because I don't see any yellow trim on this burnt marshmallow at all. But on some pieces of cloth, if you've got like the wrong, I guess you could consider wrong armor set for this shader, a lot of it's this bright yellow, and it looks horrible. I want it for the burgundy and the white, which looks absolutely fantastic. I don't like the bright yellow. I know what they've tried to do. Like, I've set it with this crazy way off colour, but I don't know if the colour's the right colour, or if the idea to try and offset it with something bright, I don't know if that worked. Now, this Autumn Splendour works on Future War Cult, works on the Titan brilliantly on the cloaks when they're this deep orange, but doesn't work on this. Doesn't work on this armour piece, I'll tell you that now. Works on Future War Cult fantastically, but I don't think that works too well. And the reason I don't think it works too well is I love the orange and I do like the blue, but I think I'm so used to this looking crisp and shiny that the scuff designs on the helmet and the chest piece here and the dust marks on the arms there and things make it look so dirty to me that I just don't think it works. Although, actually, I'm kind of liking it now. I'm staring at it. I don't use it because of that issue, but it kind of looks okay. What do you think, guys? Damn, this is a 20-minute goddamn video. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, back to the... What we can do real quickly, guys, is we'll have a quick look at some other shaders. Because there's lots that I'd love to use, but I never get around to. So look at some of the taking Surfbreaker. Oh, no. Mercurial Dawn, I used to use this a lot. I don't know if I've used it on this armor piece. No. Don't quite work there, but I've used it on some others. This is a silver, isn't it? That looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. The light reflects off it. There's a lot of shaders I'm not going to get. You know what we're going to do real quick? We're going to take off. I only want to do this because I want to see what I've actually got available rather than checking stuff out. So we're going to get rid of... Oh, damn it. That unpaid. Ah, I need to... Damn it. Alright, we're going to get rid of Seros. I do like that, but we need to keep the new Monarchy one just until I finish the quest. So what have we got here? Is that Imogen's fire? Nah, not fun. I never got the Devoted. Is that from Trials? Yeah. Yeah, some of these work well on other armor pieces, but not on... That's not too bad. This Knight Errand and the Banner Unbroken look good on the Warlock for some reason. That actually looks really good. It's like a dark green, isn't it? Like a silver metallic dark green, like a silver green. Line dancer. Something about this just sometimes makes me want to wear it. Not on this armor piece, but it's so bright and crazy that you like. I don't know, I see some people wearing the most horrendous shaders. And then I see people wearing mismatched pieces of armor. They've got like 5 different pieces on. I'm like, are you crazy? This is as much a fashion show as it is functionality, my friend. Arctic Proxy. Remember that bad boy. Substance 321, I like this. Sand dune armor. Again, not the best on this armor. There's a lot of things that don't work on this armor piece that work on others, so just please remember that. Oh no. Oh. Oh dear. Oh. This is that bright. Yeah, I like this. I've worn this before. I do like it. I had it for a long time. Looks better on other arm pieces, but that looks like kind of almost... It's like almost gold. It's really amazing, actually. Like, oh, Jesus. Once you get past the initial like shock of it. Oh, that was good from the raid. Shutter White. You know, I didn't get this till like year 2. Amazing, eh? Stolen Chances is another silver, I do believe. Or... I mean, even simple shades like this, it makes me... I just wish we could hold more shaders down. I actually used this Unique Spirit for a while on things, because it's so, like, vibrant and luminous and bogey green that it actually looked kind of cool. You know, like... I don't know. These are things... Blacksmith, I got this from Amazon when I first ordered Destiny 1. It's always been a very nice shader on a lot of pieces. So I don't know how to refer a friend. I've actually referred a lot of friends to Destiny, but not officially. A lot of people playing. So I bet there's a lot of people that have done the same as me, but don't have access to it, which is frustrating. Thunder Devil, I remember this, were a big favourite in year 1. Looks goddamn good, doesn't it? Oh, let's take that again. But I want to take Stolen Chalice as well. It's kind of got a quality about it, which is going to work on other pieces though as well. So I need to... Ooh. Alright, damn it. So this don't work on this arm piece, but I know that it works on many others. Particularly Future Warcore looks phenomenal. But not on this, not on the Spectre version, only on the initial version. Anywho, right, we're gonna have one quick last look at what's left, and we're gonna pick up. Oh, look at the see the design. The actual shaders have got designs of damage in the shaders themselves. Look at the holes in that. It's not on any other piece. Brushfire. It kind of looks okay, but it's really fucking like gross brown and orange 70s, isn't it? That looks cool. The Blast of War. Damn it. Well, I know you're thinking, oh, it's boring. A couple of shades of grey, two or three different shades of grey, but it's the simplicity that I like. And when you start to appreciate that closely, that's like an off-white and a grey and silver. And then, what was I just looking at? Well, not White Tiger, no. I kind of like the silver, but I don't like the tiger pattern. That's the only problem. Glass of water. That's very weird, that, because I've used this a lot on other characters, and it's actually got a lot of brown on it. So I'm guessing wherever the brown's supposed to be, there's no part showing on this piece. So it looks particularly good there. So I think we'll take that for just a little change. Well, one quick last look at these last few pieces close up, like we've been doing. So we've got the Midas, which is a great armor piece, guys. It really does shout, "I'm your king." Thunder Devil. It's been a while since I've used this, so I've picked that up again. I think we'll make good use of that on. That looks great. Looks really great there. And we've got a very matte finish. That looks great. Look, no. Look at that. Yeah, no scuffs, no dents. That's like a brand new armor piece, brand new armor, isn't it? Look at that. So they have designed. So the initial armor piece has got damage design in it, but the actual paint jobs have got scuff marks and damage designed into the paint job. So depending on what you wear, the look is very different, which is great. But you know, this is still one of my favourites. This is still one of my favourites. Not on the shader, but that burgundy colour, great on Warlock. Looks great on the Wrath of the Machine radar. When you put that burnt marshmallow on it, it's all white with a dark burgundy trim. It looks phenomenal. It looks really great. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. 26 minutes. I do apologise. At least you got to look at the armour. I know I've talked about a lot of crap, but maybe there's a lot of shaders you guys don't have. Maybe you don't have this version of the armour. Maybe you don't have the Spectre version, but you can get the Spectre version of every Year 2 armour set that was available from each faction. So you're talking 3 new sets of armour, 3 old sets of armour for each character. Each faction has a Spectre set for the Hunter, so that's 3. Spectre set for the Warlock, that's 6, and Spectre set for the Titan, that's 9. Each faction has a Spectre set of the Year 2 armour for each faction. All you need to do is, when you upload your faction, take the chroma, okay? And because this armour's great, guys. I love getting the older stuff. It looks way better than Year 3. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I do apologise it's gone on for so long. Please feel free to comment on your favourite armour pieces, your favourite shaders. I know not many people comment on my channel. I'm a small channel. I really don't expect it. I've only got about 190 people subscribed, which I think is amazing. But still, when you see people with 5 million subscribers and only a few thousand comments, I know the ratio, you might get 1 comment every 200 people, so that works out about right for me. So thank you for those that participate in any sort of communication. I do appreciate it. I enjoy it. Again, I've added some of you guys on PlayStation. We've had a couple of games on Destiny 2. I'm happy to play with you guys on Destiny 1 or any other games you might have seen me play or that I might have. Feel free to ask me if I've got it. And if I have, I'll be happy to play it. If I haven't, I apologise. I still have many games I've not got around to playing yet. There just isn't enough time. Thank you, everybody, and have a great weekend. So cheers.